Hi guys, thanks for stopping by to check out my tutorial on this Sanderson Sisters Dead and Breakfast Inn sign that I made using a sign that I found at the Dollar Tree. Here it is. It's really cute, but I wanted to spookify it for Halloween. So the first thing we're going to do is peel off all of that cuteness just to get that bare particle board or whatever they use to make this. So go ahead and peel it off. I found the easiest way is to peel it with your fingernails, and any of that white residue that's left over, damp it lightly. Then go ahead and use your Dollar Tree sanding block. It just peels off like butter. My first step was to create a hole up on my upper left-hand side of the sign, so that way I could hang the sign horizontally. You can go ahead and fill that original hole in with any kind of filler, wood filler, spackle. I ended up just using my paint to fill it in, and what I'm using here is acrylic paint. It's an ivory color. And I'm just going to paint the whole sign. Now, what I didn't record accidentally, I thought I was recording, but it didn't. I went and distressed it, and I just dry brushed a gray acrylic paint all over it. So after I did the white and let it dry, I went back in with a little bit of gray and just dry brushed just to make the sign look old and rustic. Okay, so here is a way that I wanted to show you guys how to create a sign without needing a Cricut. You do need a printer, however, but what I did was I created what I wanted my sign to say on my Word, or whatever program you have on your computer. Print it out, and now just play around with where you want everything to line up and where you want it, all of your words to be. Then the next thing you're gonna do is take a pencil. It has to be a pencil, any number 2 pencil, remember in school. Any kind of pencil like that will work. It's the lead that you really want. It's gonna like transfer it on. So this was color, or a mechanical pencil worked fine, any kind of number 2. So you're gonna go ahead and just scribble all over the back of your piece of paper. Tape it where you want so it doesn't move around. Use painter's tape so it doesn't lift up the paint. And then simply trace over literally everything. It is not the fastest process, but it does work. So if you don't have a Cricut, this is a great way to create a sign if you don't want to use your own original handwriting. Sometimes I struggle with that, so I like this. So there you go. You just trace everything and see how it transfers. Now with that, you can go in and paint over it, or I just went and grabbed a Sharpie. I did go over it twice. The first coat was the hardest because you could see like little white lines and just kind of like rubs when you use a Sharpie. But after it dried, I went ahead and traced it a second time, and the letters were nice and crisp and dark, and I actually really like the way it turned out. But I will warn you, this does take some time. So clear out your schedule if you don't have a Cricut. This is a nice way to make, a sign look the way you want it without using your own handwriting, or like I said, without having any sort of like vinyl cutting machine. Whew, okay, that was a lot of talking. I'm out of breath. But now I just, as you can see, went around with my Sharpie, just outlined everything. I kind of made it thicker in some places and thinner in others, just to kind of give it some dimension and, I don't know, make it kind of stand out a little bit. I want this sign to look kind of old and spooky. So there I am, just tracing all of the corners, going around it. I think it just gives it a little bit more character. So I thought this corner over here was a little bit bare because I moved my established to the other side. So I just was thinking, what can I write? So I came up with Home of the Black Flame Candle. Now I'm going off of the Hocus Pocus theme here. That's why it says Sanderson's Dead and Breakfast Inn. And my year that we're established here was when the movie, like the set originally takes place. So I have that there. And I'm just handwriting. You can see I kind of struggled a little bit, but I was like not in the mood to reprint and trace and all that good stuff. So there you have it. Yes, we're established in 1693. I had to wait until that came up to see because I forgot. But anyways, here I am just reattaching that string. It kind of unraveled at the end, so I just taped it, made it easier to go through that hole, and then I just taped it down. I could have knotted it, but this worked. And that is it. It's ready to be hung, and I think this came out pretty cute. I actually really do like it, and for as time consuming as it was very easy to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY, and if you make it, please tag me over on Instagram at Coffees, Crafts, and Chaos. Have a wonderful fall season, y'all, and happy Halloween.